The song is about what I've learned through all of this. It started out me writing it from a place of anger about the whole family situation. And then it turned into an actual, wait, this song goes into pretty much every area of my life. I want to share that.
You say I let you down. I say give me the freedom to change. I never thought I'd be the girl at the freak show juggling flames. Now a circus is on fire, and I hope it never rains.
Hey, Lydia. Are you glad we were homeschooled?
I am. I'm thankful for it.
Good.
It's good to be content where you're at, I guess.
What is it about being homeschooled that you're not very crazy about?
It's like, we didn't see a whole lot out there. There's so much I haven't seen, so much I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm naive about a lot of things. I just want to be able to experience some new things.
It's understandable.
Yeah. Seems to me that my parents have always had something that they think I should be, and that they think all my sisters should be, and we should all be kind of similar. Lydia might just want to just be like a stay-at-home mom, but I'm starving for independence. I'm starving for freedom. I'll do whatever it takes to get that. Flying has always been something I've wanted to do, and now the day has finally come. I'm gonna be getting on my first airplane and flying to San Francisco. Wow, I'm getting on my first plane.
Your heart is going crazy.
Really?
Welcome aboard. We are on a jet.
All right, folks, it's time to prepare for departure.
You definitely feel like it's never gonna lift off the ground. Like, how could something this heavy go up? But it's such an awesome feeling when it does.
Isn't it gorgeous out there?
Like, literally in heaven.
She pretty much looked out the window the entire plane ride and maybe took about 1,000 pictures.
We're in California. We're in California. We're in California. We're in California. You said the people were weird out here, so far they don't look so weird. Well, I'm out here.
Kind of like me.
I'm out here and I'm not weird.
I was expecting aliens or something, and there were none.
Let's hit the train. Sweet.
I've never really been on a train, except like touring trains that weren't moving.
Yeah, so this is the one we're taking right here.
So this was cool, going on a moving train for the first time.
What is that? I don't know. I don't think it's icy.
The doors are closing. Please stand clear of the doors.
Did you take your shoes off?
Yes, I did.
But there's lots of germs on the train.
I grew up shoeless. We never wore shoes growing up. I do now, and it's weird because I either go barefoot or wear heels, one or the other. On the train, there were like a bunch of different kinds of people. Some that were probably on drugs or drunk. Yeah. I had never seen someone quite like that.
Show a pretty smile. Come on, ladies. Come on. Oh, smile. Too beautiful not to smile. Yes, beautiful teeth. Beautiful. Come on, ladies.
This is San Francisco, man.
Amen.
We got off the train, and there were like all these people saying random things. I was trying to ignore them, but like down south, if you ignore someone, it's kind of rude.
City experiences. I like it.
It's just different. There's a lot more people, a lot of different ways to do things. I think a lot of people are scared of the unknown, and honestly, you just have to face your fear. All right, you ready?
I like being on, like, just not knowing what's gonna happen next.
I have never been sightseeing. A lot of homeschoolers go on tours and stuff like that, but my family never did that. We would drive all the way from Georgia to Minnesota to visit my grandparents, and we would go through all these cool places, and I would just be like, we have to stop. We have to tour this town. But we would just drive right through, and I was like, no.
All right, so we just entered San Francisco's Castro neighborhood. Castro neighborhood's famous in San Francisco because particularly in the 70s, it was San Francisco's gay neighborhood. I don't know if you can see all the kind of rainbow flags around. That's the symbol for the gay movement.
I knew that the rainbow colors symbolized the gays, but I didn't realize that that was where everything started.
So we're on the corner of Castro Street and Market Street. And actually that bar to the left, that was the first gay bar in San Francisco that didn't black out the windows.
When he was explaining to us about the Castro district and how it started, it was definitely like a huge learning experience. It's like I'm going back to school.
They kept the windows clear so everyone could see the patrons inside as a statement of their pride in themselves.
Riding through the Castro district was not uncomfortable. It was new and different because I've grown up in South Georgia, very secluded. It was just new.
Do most people in the LGBTQ community feel comfortable living in various places in San Francisco, or do most of them live in the Castro district?
It's become less and less important to live in one kind of enclave because more people are tolerant and accepting.
I had never heard the acronym LGBT.
L what? Las Vegas. I don't know.
G would stand for gay. LGB. Best. Gay best. T, is that next? Transition. Transgender. I think the Castro district was one of the things my parents were scared about, but it's my job to form my own opinion on things and not just say this is what other people believe, so I'm just gonna believe the same thing. Everybody thinks differently, and everybody has the right to pick how they wanna live.
My parents are not gonna be happy because they're gonna be like, I am gonna be so much more restless after this, and be like, I can't stay here anymore. I know I have school to do, I just can't.
I love my small town, like it's home, but I've always been like, I need something more.
This is just one small part of the world. And if this is this amazing, what's the rest like?
Hey guys, it's Moriah Platt, and my brother and I just started renting a house.
Did you say Platt?
I did not. Keep going, because I did not.
Very recently, me and my parents basically came to a mutual agreement for me to move out. And I found this place, and me and Moriah moved in here, and it's been pretty awesome.
I picked out the shower curtain.
She got the shower curtain?
In the last 6 months, so much has changed. I moved out of the house, / got kicked out.
I didn't clean up my room, but it's like, that's okay, because this is just how I am.
I had got to the point where I was just starving for freedom and like just didn't follow the rules my parents had set.
Red shoes. I have like every color shoes.
My parents were shielding me from, or protecting me or whatever from the outside world. They tried to control like literally everything. What we ate, what we wore, jeans, or any type of tank top was like out of the question to wear. Swimsuits were an absolute no. I'm sure my parents meant well by raising us the way that they did, but I just felt like an outsider in the real world.
It didn't feel normal.
I have so many people that whenever you post something on social media, they screenshot it and send it to me.
Like who?
Just a bunch of people. So, I mean, I always know what you're up to. I know you have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
I don't want to talk about that.
Now's not the time.
No, it's not a good time.
All right.
I feel like both of us are working super hard to get like privacy from them, and then I find out today that they just know everything we're doing still.
So what else? And so we know Micah's doing his thing. And Moriah, you're doing your thing, which is the gym.
Working a lot at the auto shop and the gym. I quit the other job because that and school was a lot. And like I was just pushing school off, so yeah.
You're gonna go like to a 2-year college, 4-year college?
I want to eventually, but I'm not sure that y'all realize how much work there will be beforehand to prepare myself for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not like I can go from being homeschooled to college like that, you know?
Yeah, you'll have to do some gearing up, right?
Like, I would say that's my biggest frustration with how we were raised. The education was a huge preparation that we didn't get. Why didn't y'all prepare us more?
I gave you schoolwork, you didn't do it. Looking back at Ethan and Micah and Moriah, we've seen things that we wish we had done differently, and so we're changing those. The mistake that I made with Ethan and Micah is letting them go work when they didn't have their schoolwork done. So I told Lydia and Isaac, you're doing your schoolwork. And, you know, I really laid down the law about that. You took the 12th grade standardized test and you scored in the 95th percentile. I mean, I don't see that we did a really, really horrible job.
None of us have a diploma. We all have to get our GEDs if we're going to do anything with our lives. That's huge, added on top of moving out on your own when you don't know the real world.
I feel like as a parent, your #1 priority is to see your kids succeed you, and you do your best to help them get further than you did in life. And that wasn't the case growing up. But then again, it's kind of hard to prepare your kids for the modern world when you're trying to keep them from the modern world.
I don't think y'all know how that feels and how hard that is. It's like, it's just hard to forgive.
There's a part of you that wants your child to understand, you know, you did a lot for them, you've done the best that you can, but you know, we parents don't have it all down. You know, we haven't reached that level of perfection either. You're in the learning phase, right? You're in the learning phase. And that's cool to see, but just be aware out there, there's pitfalls and traps.
There's always that, but you can't live in a bubble. Gotta just learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
But you can also be smart in how you navigate so that you don't damage yourself or other people.
Could you give me an example?
Well, an example is sex, you know? I don't know exactly what you guys do in your free time, but, you know, that's a choice that you guys are gonna have to make, and there's ramifications to that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we know this is all stuff that, like, we had to learn on our own.
Yeah, this is stuff that we had to learn on our own, basically. I kind of want to know why y'all hadn't talked to us like when we were 13, 14, 15, something like that. Not wait till you're 19.
I think the last couple years that you two were at home, we couldn't talk to you about anything. I felt like we couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like I could approach the subject.
Is that our problem?
No, we're just answering the question why we didn't talk to you about it before. It really hurts to know that we poured ourselves into them to try to give them the best that we could, and it wasn't good enough.
Can you forgive us for our shortcomings, perceived or real?
It depends on what your version of forgiveness is. If it's acting like nothing ever happened or acting like...
No, I mean...
I guess just like one of the biggest takeaways from this is please give my younger siblings a better chance in the world.
Like, I hope y'all aren't
No, we
too
love you.
upset that...
We love you guys, you know? A father's love is unconditional. So, the door is always open.
This is my first real date that I've been on, and I do not regret saving it for this guy. I don't know what my parents would think if they knew I was dating. Growing up, dating was very wrong. Just friendship with a boy was wrong. You kind of like had to, from a distance, pick your guy and then get closer and stick with him for the rest of your life. I don't think that's what a relationship should be. I'm kind of scared to tell Max about my past because I'm scared that it'll scare him off, you know? Like, it's just a fear of being judged. Like, I wasn't in the world. Like, I've had to learn all this on my own, and it scares me sometimes. What if I learned it wrong, you know? What if, like, I still have so much to learn. But with Max, I definitely just saw something different in him. Just that ability to connect. So I'm willing to take the chance because I do like him. So I have 8 siblings.
Okay, same.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's 8 total, including me.
Wow. And then I have 2 parents.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. And what are your 2 parents like?
My parents are very religious. They set a lot of rules. They have a lot of beliefs, and
What do you mean by that? Like beliefs?
like I had a list of rules to follow. And one of the rules was that I would have to tell them every time that I went out. And like I started doing that. Like that's just respectful. You should tell your parents every time you go out.
Right.
But then anytime that I asked to go out anywhere, my parents just said no.
Mhm.
So then I started sneaking out, and like that got kind of messy.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then like the night that I met you, that was the night that my parents told me I had to leave.
Really?
So,
Wow.
my parents' rules were that I couldn't learn the outside world until I was 18. But I was craving to start my own life. And even though it's a million times harder out here, who wants to live their life in a bubble?
I like to explain it as like a wild horse, you know? Like you can't try and tame it and saddle it up. You just gotta run at the same pace that it does and guide it in the right direction, you know?
I love that. He encouraged me to find myself and be who I am. And I've never had somebody accept me and make me feel accepted the way that he has.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I feel happy with Max. This is like the first time I've really liked a boy like this.
Thank you. Is that it?
Honestly, I'm kind of scared. I just feel like it's a huge gamble with my heart. I'll just take it one step at a time. I made a promise to Olivia that she could do the performance if my mom wasn't there. Apparently, they showed up.
Sure they're nowhere over there?
When I saw them looking around the parking lot, I just was kind of like, this is ridiculous. I just get frustrated when Ethan digs his heels in and gets so stubborn.
Where could he get the stubbornness from?
Letting them get to you like that is giving them power, you know?
I know, but isn't there a balance? Isn't there a balance of having a boundary and expecting it to be respected?
I think that you guys deserve to get on there and do it for yourself. You know?
You're right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce here real quick for your entertainment tonight as you enjoy your meal, my sister, my brother, my beautiful wife. They're gonna be doing some music for you, some cover songs, and then some songs that this young lady has worked very hard on and wrote herself. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
We follow our hearts and all
I just remember standing on stage and we're singing and I see Max in the audience. It just feels good to have somebody that supports you so much.
Once I got the band started, I went off looking for my mom, see if I could find her, because her vehicle was there, so I knew she had to be around somewhere. It was only once I had looked everywhere else and I was like, it only makes sense if they're not in their vehicle to be in another vehicle.
I can hear her.
Ethan can see us.
No, he can't.
He's gonna be looking.
He looked like he's out to get somebody, like hunting somebody down. What's the big deal? Why can't he just hang out and listen and enjoy the concert and not worry about it?
This is insane. Like, really? We can't just show up at sister's concert and just be normal at a public event in a public place. Just stinks.
Get out.
I told Moriah she would not see us. I just wanted to hear.
He said, get out of the car. And I just said, no, I'm listening to Moriah's concert. And then I turned away from him and watched and listened to the concert as best as I could.
We're not bothering you, please. We're not doing anything. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna leave. It's just the principle.
That whole time they were sitting right there, like in the front row, in this other vehicle. Oh, I'm such a sneaky lady.
We purposely stayed far away from kids. This went down here. It's okay.
Just you being here talking to us is causing a scene. If you could just let them do the concert and we'll just sit here. I just want to hear her sing.
Is there anything you want us to do? I mean, I know you want us to leave. I don't want you to leave. I want her to leave. It's kind of natural if I only wanted to watch Moriah, but I don't know.
Isaac was very respectful and firm. You know, he didn't waver or cater to Ethan or buckle in and say, oh, okay, yeah, we'll leave. He was just very firm.
I'm sorry, but you wanted to hear him sing. It's not your fault. Love you. Take care.
I don't have any right to tell them they can't come. I mean, it's public property, it's a public event, but my mom makes such a big deal about supporting Moriah and being at the concert and all this stuff, but just a few years prior, she wouldn't even let Moriah take a couple $100 from her grandparents to record an album because it was secular music. It wasn't gospel. And so I just have a hard time buying what she says. I probably always will. One thing I want to point out is that my dad didn't come. It was my mom and a couple of the kids. And that actually meant a lot to me.
I really
The concert went pretty decent given the situation we were in, and it definitely turned out better than I was expecting. I definitely feel like if there weren't that stress, the performance would have gone a little bit better, but I mean, I can't change it now, so oh well.
I wanted to bring you here in particular because we're almost at a year now dating. And I know that we've had a lot of hardships too throughout that year. In particular, you know, breaking up here at this lake. So.
You're not breaking up with me, right?
No, no. Come here, you. You just know I love you, right?
I love you so much.
You know, whenever we broke up, you made me pinky promise to you that I would meet your parents. I did that. You would teach me how to dance. We did that. And then we also pinky promised that we would do whatever's best for us.
Yeah.
And I think that staying committed to each other is what's best for us. And I wanted to ensure you that I'm not going to break up with you again. And so I got you a little symbol of our pinky promise. I got you this little pinky promise ring. Kind of as a promise to me committing to you, baby. It has the jasper stone in the middle of it. And anytime that we go through another rough spot, I want you to know that I'm going to choose you through that instead. I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I'm not ready for marriage and my stage of life right now. But I wanted you to know that those are my intentions and I'm going to commit to you.
Just hearing Max say that he wants to be with me through the hard times and that he's committing to this, he makes a promise, like, that makes me feel like the most special girl in the world. Like, I am the luckiest girl in the world. Oh my God.
I love you.
I don't know how to describe it because finally having someone in my life that is like you feel like you're a blessing, like you actually benefit them in a way that's like, I honestly can't say I've ever felt that before because I guess I just kind of felt like I wasn't wanted or didn't belong my whole life, and then finally just feeling like this is right, it feels right, I belong here. That's really how I feel with Max. I love you.
Oh.
I wanted to call you so many times and talk to you, but I've just not been in a place to talk to anybody lately. Like, literally anybody, because I'm scared.
Of what?
And I'm terrified to let anybody in. When we first started dating, I was very nervous to open up. And then once I did, he hurt me. And a part of me feels like I'll never be able to let someone in again.
Can I ask what happened? I just kind of want to understand more.
I don't know, I'm so confused and I'm honestly just lost. I don't really know what to do. I want so bad to do the right thing here, and I don't want anybody to get hurt just because I'm hurt. It's really why I don't really talk to anybody about it. It's because I'm scared that, like, I'm just gonna it up.
Don't you think that family would be the ones to open up all the way to, because they're never gonna leave you. I kind of want to know, like, as much of the full story as I can, just because Max and I were really close. And I don't want to be close with him if he did something that I don't approve of.
He's a great guy. He's the best guy I've ever met and ever will meet. I know that for a fact. I know so many people are gonna tell me that there's gonna be another guy or whatever, and like, no, I'm sorry. I can't love somebody else after Max. It's not possible. He was genuinely my soulmate. I wanted to marry him.
If he mistreated you or hurt you in any way, I don't think it should be played down or covered up in any way. Because you're an amazing person and don't deserve that. You don't need that guilt. I know Moriah doesn't want to talk about it, but it really sounds like he cheated on her. They planned on moving to Tampa together. Last I heard, it was going well, and then out of the blue, they broke up. And I don't think that really just happens over disagreeing. So I know there's something deeper, and she just doesn't want to get into it right now.
I don't know, maybe you should give Max a call and talk to him about it. Something inside me is not allowing me to share details on how Max hurt me, because I don't want to hate him. And I don't want anybody to hate him. I really just want to leave it up to Max to own up to it. And I feel like if anybody's gonna talk to him, I want it to be Micah.
You know, I f***ed up, man. Pretty bad. I have this buddy of mine that's a good bit older than you and I. We used to work together, and we were kind of celebrating his retirement at his place. And he invited his lady friend over that I knew he liked. And so I was trying to be his wingman. And so I took things a little too far. I was just flirting with her. And that led her to think that it was okay to try and kiss me, which she did. I told Moriah, like, all of this happened, and like an idiot, I said, I'm proud of myself for not letting it go too far. Mm-hmm. You know, she broke up with me, which is reasonably so.
The biggest emotion I felt while he was telling me what happened was anger. Now it's not only betrayal on Moriah's part, but also on the friendship that we had. Most of us didn't think he was capable of that.
I understand if you don't really want anything to do with me, but I just asked that you be there for her.
Yeah, I love Moriah. She's the sister I'm closest to, and anytime she gets hurt, I get hurt too. And I will say I'm really disappointed in you. When they moved to Tampa, I predicted that they were asking for trouble, everyone moving in together. And I was right. I did not expect it to be like this, though.
After all of this, we kind of like just took a real hard reflection on our relationship. And we dived into, the clothes that she wears. And then that just kind of made me pissed off. And in my anger, we just erupted into a big argument. And I definitely said some things that were hurtful. I want to do better. At the end of the day, I hurt Moriah, and that's what matters. I hope that someday I can make this right with everybody, but until then, it's just kind of, I just got to stay focused on one thing at a time. I need to regain Moriah's trust.
Well, look who's ringing the bell. Got a bad vibe, and I can tell. You wanna start a fire, you wanna stir the pot, you wanna throw some hands, go ahead, shoot your shot.
Yes, I'm doing the goddamn dishes. It's part of adulting, in case you didn't know. I learned that the hard way. A lot has changed in my life. I moved and got my own loft, little cute apartment loft thing. I absolutely love it. It's my own little space. It's really adorable. And I'm just embracing not having to share my space. I really like that. I graduated from bartending school, became a bartender. The life of a bartender is very fun. But I think the biggest thing that changed is I met the love of my life. He's absolutely frickin' adorable and a handful. Uh-oh, what's he got? His name is Blackjack, and he's 6 months old, 75 pounds, and doesn't know that he weighs as much as he does. He thinks that he's still a baby, and he's not. I love you.
So you're not actually dating anyone?
Nope, it's just me and Blackjack here. Doing life and trying to figure it out one step at a time. I was living with Ethan, Olivia, and Nathan for a year.
Like people watching with me.
And it was not the easiest year for me. A lot of things happened in a short period of time. Max and I went through a very tough breakup. And then seeing my parents go through a divorce, that was the last thing I ever expected to happen. And then there was all the drama that happened with Olivia, like not going to my brother Joshua's grave and the river trip, for example. Everybody's having fun, and I keep looking down and seeing Olivia and Nathan like right down there. They know they can come up here.
I'm realizing again that they just choose not to communicate with me. They tell people how much they mean to them, and it's obviously not a lot.
What are y'all doing up here?
Should have come up and seen.
Oh, you didn't invite us.
This is ridiculous. My family is going through a divorce, and we are here to be with them.
That was a huge wake-up call because I clearly saw then what was hidden all along. Like, it was subtle before, and that was when it was really obvious. Like, it was just all about her. But the point that I realized something's got to change was when Olivia said my mom had basically used Ethan's credit card and bought stuff for herself, basically was stealing from Ethan. That really pissed me off because that's not the full story, and it's just not right to tell pieces of a story that make somebody look really, really bad. So my siblings and I decided to post something on social media defending Mom, because if we don't speak up and do something, Olivia's gonna think that she can really just say anything about my family and it's gonna be believed and taken as the truth. After that, I just realized the best thing to do for me was to move out before Ethan and Olivia came back from Europe. I haven't even told them that I moved out. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I do know when it comes to Olivia, I don't feel even guilty at all for just saying hey, look, you were my best friend for a while. I love you, I wish you the best, but I don't wanna be a part of it anymore. It's sad, it's really, really sad. Especially because I know that by me ending my relationship with Olivia, I probably won't have a relationship with Ethan for a while.
but this is what I needed. So yes, I kind of just completely abandoned them or whatever, but I reached out to them many times. There was no response. So I just left a note, and that's that. I left. Olivia has said a bunch of things about my parents for years, and it's only gotten worse. It's got to the point where lies are being told. And I personally want to do my part in making things right. The thing with the credit card, that story that she told, the way I see that is she was using basically a made-up story to validate her big emotions. She has felt this way about our family, about you and Dad, and she was like, I just have all this hate and anger that I'm spewing towards them, and I need to make myself feel valid. And that makes me so mad because I sat there by her side for years saying, you are valid. You can feel however you want to feel. That's okay. But I will not tolerate lies being told. I will not tolerate somebody just then going off the deep end saying, you know, like, you have every right not to like a person. That's okay. And you have every right to be like, oh, their values or their beliefs or whatever don't line up with mine and I don't want to associate with that. That's okay. But it's not okay to try and make the whole world or a whole family feel the same way.
Well, it's just relationally destructive.
Yeah.
You know, that approach is very relational.
And I see that now, and that's why I choose not to have a relationship with her anymore.
Several years ago, I rejected Jesus. I rejected him.
You walked away, but now you're back.
And trust me, I've laughed at myself many times. I'm like, who are you? What are you doing? You said never again, but here I am.
I never thought in a million years that I would be coming to the conclusion that this is what I needed. The overall impression I had of Christianity was you had to look and be a certain way. And it came very unexpectedly to me when I realized mine and Jesus's relationship does not look like the relationship Lydia or Dad and Jesus have. Like, it's different, it's unique for me. And that's between me and God.
So this is an exciting day. This awesome just public display, right, of something that's been going on inside Moriah.
I wanted my dad to baptize me. He's been my mentor through all of this. He's pretty much the reason I am here. And so I feel like there's no better person to baptize me. The whole thing that getting baptized symbolizes is being born again in Christ. Putting away basically who I was, everything that I had been carrying for so long. I don't really know how to describe the way I felt when I came out of the water. Something inside me has changed, and I can feel that. I could hardly stand. I just hugged my dad because I was like, I'm crying.
Oh my, look at this. I got to mess up her hair. Okay. Here, Mom.
I promise it's a happy cry.
It's a good happy cry. That's an awesome happy cry. 3 years ago, Moriah was like, I really don't want to be under your rules in your house. She went on her journey, but now she's come back, and we have a deeper relationship.
I love you.
I wouldn't have guessed this was going to happen like this, but here we are. And so that brings such great hope. Who knows what's going to happen next?
I'm just so happy. You look happy. You.
Tonight I am getting a tattoo and my dad is coming with me. Dude, I know that he's gonna be like, Moriah, why are you tattooing that on your arm? Like, what the heck? But it just means a lot that he's coming. I also just want to see his reaction because I don't think he's ever seen somebody get tattooed before.
Yeah, this is one of the few times that I approve of a guy causing my daughter pain.
I do my best to make her happy at the end.
Oh, Lord, that's
So this
kind
is
of
it?
funny.
Yeah, this is actually what we were thinking about.
I have 3 tattoos already. The first one I got on my wrist when I turned 18. Second one I got on my hip, that's a red and black rose. And then I have beach waves and a little design behind my ear.
I'm gonna start working on my full sleeve today, and you'll have to wait and see what that entails.
So what do you think about that going on her forearm?
Yeah, we went through the whole
Right?
His biggest
gauntlet of
issue was
things.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Last I checked, no.
No? Oh, you're the unicorn then.
If somebody did something last night that I didn't know of, then 10 years ago, I would never have stepped foot into a tattoo parlor. I couldn't even bring into mind the thought of her getting tattoos. I just like natural.
So why rebel?
Oh, that's a good question. That's what I was telling my dad last night. Just not one to just go along with everything just because everyone else is doing it or because everyone else says it's right or peer pressure or whatever. Like, I do what I believe is right and nobody can stop that, you know? The last several years, I rebelled against my upbringing, my parents, just anything and everything. Now, since I've found God, rebel has a whole different meaning. Now, I'm rebelling against the devil. Anything that isn't peace, love, joy, understanding, selflessness, anything other than that is of the devil, and those are the things that I'm gonna rebel against. It's not that I rebel just to rebel.
Right.
It's that it's really just knowing yourself well enough to stand up and do what you believe is right.
To not be a follower.
Yeah, not be a follower. Stand out in the crowd and be you. Hey, Dad. You want me to get my phone out of my purse and get some pictures?
Going through the divorce, my main focus now is, I just want to stay in relationship with those who want relationship, right? And so that's what I've been working on, now that I'm a single parent.
It was pretty clear that I couldn't have a good relationship with my family and a good relationship with Olivia.
No, Moriah. Look, I'm your older brother. I remember everything that happened. There is a period of your life when you became a young teenager, all the way up until you moved in with me and Olivia, that you had a real problem with Mom, and that was not Olivia's fault. You had a problem with Mom before Olivia came into the picture. You and Olivia bonded over that problem.
One thing that I do find rather frustrating is like the constant scapegoating of like, it's Olivia, it's Olivia's fault, it's Olivia's fault, it's Olivia's fault. And so I don't really know if Moriah is taking responsibility for her part in the early days where she wasn't getting along with my mom.
Like, it's fine to see where Olivia had a part to play in it, but I also think it's 50% on you. It's not like Olivia influenced you to think the way that you thought, because you were having a hard time.
I'm not ever saying that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't think I ever heard one positive thing about any of my family or any of my upbringing or anything by Olivia. Just the constant negativity was like, I don't want to hear this all the time. And when I slowly started speaking up, and then it was just like there was nothing left to our relationship, honestly, because that's what it was built on. Like,
You didn't get along with Mom. You guys had problems, and you latched on to Olivia because Olivia had problems with Mom too. And now today, it looks like to me, you blame Olivia solely. And Olivia's the one that divided the family.
I blame myself more than I blame Olivia. Anything that I did with Olivia was like built on the resentment towards my family. Honestly, I hated everything. I was 16. I didn't want anything that my family had to offer. But I have the right to turn back around and say, I'm going this direction now. And I'm sorry that you're going to continue going that direction, but we can just go our ways, and that's okay. If I ever make my future husband choose, or if I can't love him and his family, then he's probably just not my person.
You're speaking in a perfect world, sure, but when you fall in love with someone and you make a commitment to them, your commitment is to that person, not their family or your family first.
Yeah, but family is important.
Family is important, and family should be in your life, but your number one priority when you get married.
She definitely pulled you away. She pulled you away from everybody.
Moriah obviously hasn't been married. She's thinking like, you know, Ethan's not putting enough priority into, you know, his relationship with his dad or his mom or, you know, my siblings. While some of that may be true to an extent, there still is the number one priority of your spouse.
Just be respectful.
Respectful, what do you mean?
Of just me and the family, that's it.
You talk about respectful, but you accuse Olivia of stealing from you. That's not respectful.
I didn't know what happened. I didn't know if she had stole it from me. All I knew was I had an account and my music was not in there, and I thought for sure she put, like when we uploaded the music, it was in my account and I had access to it. And when I went to log into my account, it wasn't there. I freaked out and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get access to the music. I asked her, she left me on red, and that was when I was like, this isn't gonna be good. But I was asking and I was saying where, you know, how do I access my music?
So then what were you two doing in the kitchen, like 2 days before we left or the night before we left, where you were both at the counter with the laptop changing the password so you could access your stuff while we were gone?
That never happened.
Yes, it did.
That never happened.
Yes, it did.
I never had access to it.
You and Olivia were on the laptop at the counter, and Olivia said, this is the username and password, and you said, thanks, now I can access this while you're gone.
That never happened.
Yes, it did. What do you mean it never happened? I was there.
I do not remember anything like that of Olivia giving me passwords to my account or anything. I remember the night before they left. I do not remember any of that. If Olivia had given me the password, I would have it somewhere. I can pretty much promise you that never happened. I do not recall that.
Whatever. Man, this stuff still irritates me. Olivia put in a tremendous amount of effort to help Moriah. Olivia literally fell behind with her business because she stopped and had to help Moriah all the time.
So I did write up a relatively threatening letter. I don't know, I was just like, I didn't know what else to do, and that wasn't right. But at the same time, she wasn't talking to me, and I didn't know what else to do.
Moriah sent Olivia a text, I think, and threatened legal action. It still makes me sick to think about it. I mean, the absurdity of it is ridiculous.
Well, Ethan, I'm sorry that I overreacted in that situation with the music. And I guess that's all I have to say.
Okay, I guess I forgive you for that. Well, I need to apologize to you for involving you in problems that I was going through with Olivia. That was not my place to do that, and not your place to hear my frustrations.
I feel like you've been holding on to all this for so long, and it just shows. Like, that makes me sad. I want you to be able to let it go. Just feel the feeling of actually being free from that.
It's so easy for you to sit here and pity my position and tell me that you want me to be free when you were not the one that lost something so beautiful and precious to you.
Your marriage? What? What did you lose? The first 2 years of your marriage that were weighed down by everything? That's understandable, but
Pretty much, yes. What I was trying to communicate to Moriah is the problems that she doesn't understand that happened between Olivia and my mom, mainly, immediately sucked out. You know, like when you get married and you're like, it's that fresh, new happiness. It was like just gone. This stuff really affected her, and it obviously affected the mood in my home, and all that was completely, like Mike and Moriah never saw any of that.
If I could go back and redo things, sure, maybe I'd do some things different, but I was doing the best with what I had, and
so was I.
And I'm sorry that some of that hurt you.
I can't believe you didn't wear an actual coat.
I did.
Moriah.
It's so pretend.
I feel like it's...
but there's blankets in case, you know.
You can tell that I lived here before and you're visiting.
You can tell I lived in Florida for too long. Well, thank you for coming out and being here. I really just wanted to say that I'm sorry for how I handled everything and how I treated you last year. Instead of owning up to what I did or when I messed up or whatever, I was just like constantly trying to justify what I was doing, you know? I was keeping like a record of wrongs. Like, well, this person did this, and so I did this, and I can't do that anymore. Who am I to try to hold somebody else accountable and say what they're doing wrong when I'm completely blind to what I've done and what I've been doing? Like, I guess that's what I'm learning right now. But
valuable thing to learn.
I don't really know what to do with Moriah's apology because it's not specific. I think it'd be really nice for her to be like, yeah, you know, Ethan told us what actually happened, and I'm sorry I called you a liar in front of the whole world when it was proven to be true. I'm really sorry that I made up a story about you stealing my music and broadcasted that to everyone. Those, I think, are the two main things that, like, she put out there to the world for everyone to believe about me. But I don't think this apology is for me. I think that this is a conversation she needed to have to maybe come to terms with herself.
Hearing the things that you and Micah were saying publicly and started seeing the things that you guys were saying, and that's when it kind of hit me of like, okay, this is over. Like, there's no trust there. I don't need to have those conversations. My closure is what's happening.
all those things should have been worked out privately, you know? Like, even if I'm mad about a situation, I just never again want to do that to somebody, especially publicly, you know?
Mm-hmm. I guess I was kind of curious and a little bit, I don't want to say suspicious, but to be completely honest with you, like suspicious, because there's not trust here, of when you reached out, your text seemed really genuine about like wanting to apologize and talk, but then I know that you're releasing a song this week. I know you wrote it like about me. I don't know, it just kind of sat with me in a weird way of like meeting up and talking this week. Well, the same week you're releasing a song that like, it's like your burn book basically against me.
Olivia bringing up the song, I was pretty sure she would ask about that. Originally, I was almost backing out of ever releasing the song because I knew that that would probably be something that I will have to explain to Olivia. But that's part of my story, and that's part of me staying true to who I am.
One day we went to the fairground and got on this merry-go-round. 4 years later I said, I'm getting down. You said, how could you abandon me now?
The song is about what I've learned through all of this. It started out me writing it as from a place of anger about the whole family situation. And then it turned into an actual, wait, this song goes into pretty much every area of my life. I want to share that.
You say I let you down. I say, give me the freedom to change. I never thought I'd be the girl at the freak show juggling flames. Now a circus is on fire, and I hope it never rains.
So what I'm seeing is like what you were thinking of it a year ago, and you don't feel that way anymore?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is what's been put out publicly, and what you said publicly was, this is about Olivia.
But it was true at the time. It transitioned into a place of, I had my part in this, and I can't just sit here and blame one person. That's not right. I'm sorry that I didn't express to you sooner how I was feeling.
When you're around someone that you used to care so much for, that's a really weird thing. And that's not to say that I hate Moriah. It's just to say that I once probably would have said she was the person I was the closest to in my life and loved so much. And the way that our relationship ended showed me a different side of her. And I've now come to think differently of her character and her as a person, and I can't ever go back to all the warm, fuzzy feelings I had before. Now I look at her and I'm like, that's Moriah, right? Like, you're like a stranger to me now.
So I don't really know like what to say and what to do with all of that. I feel like in my head it's just kind of all swirling. I will let you know, like I'm not keeping a score. Like I just kind of let all that go, and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, we're different people, it's fine. Yeah, some of the things you did to me I think were really and really hurt, but at the same time, like, I was once 20, figuring out life, and I made some choices that I wish I had not, and I dealt with things in ways I wish I had not, and I kind of feel like I didn't get grace for that, and I wish I had, and so I'm just letting you know, like, I get it.
Well, thank you.
Moriah and her ex have talked. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm like very confused. Like, who else knows about this? Mike and Isaac?
Micah
Dad?
doesn't. Isaac knows a little bit.
Does Dad know?
I don't know.
What, coming to the concert? This guy that Moriah wrote all this music about, he's gonna be here. Like, okay, what the hell is going on?
There was something that he had kept from me that I didn't know about. And then when I found out, I went no contact for 8 months. I don't think anybody knows how hard it was leaving with just no answers whatsoever. He reached out to me and said, if you're looking for answers, feel free to call me, text me. I am more than willing to explain things to you and your family. And I took him up on his offer and met with him and talked, and it all makes sense now.
How do you know he's being honest now?
I talked to him for 4 hours. I knew things he didn't know that I knew. He explained all of it, even pieces that I wasn't even planning on asking about.
You want to be with somebody that lied to you from the start?
Ethan, if you talk to him, it will all make sense.
Lenny, you wanted me to do that.
Whenever you see him,
Which will be
maybe tonight.
on the beach with the sharks in the water and stuff. He was the reason why me and Moriah didn't have a relationship for a year. He told her not to have a relationship with me. I'm worried that he will pull Moriah back away from this family. I'm worried that Moriah will not be treated like she deserves to be treated. I don't know what Moriah sees in this guy. Everyone has always told me, and you've always told me he was a good talker, so how can you trust what he says?
All I know is I know where I stand. I understand that there's multiple reasons that Ethan is upset and reacting the way that he is. I don't know if one of those is because he thinks that this is the reason that Ethan and I's relationship wasn't good for a while, but that's not necessarily true. The decisions I made and how I handled myself is nobody's fault but my own. Nobody forced me to do anything. I was dealing with too much emotionally at the time to try and take on anymore.
You know, between me and Mike and Isaac, he doesn't stand a chance.
Ethan, I will protect you. I understand.
You? 60 pounds?
Yeah,
You protect him?
I completely get where Ethan's coming from, and I understand, and I don't want to be like, no, well, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I don't care. Like, I do care, but I have all the little pieces to the puzzle, and I'm putting that puzzle together. I got a job, I wrote an album, I worked hard, I saved money, I figured I'll buy a camper and truck and go on the road with my dog and whatever, but that's not the life I want. I want him and I want a family one day. Only time will tell what will happen, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Are you willing to meet him?
No. I'm not giving him a chance. He had a chance a long time ago and he blew it, obviously.
Moriah said that she talked to him for 4 hours and everything he said made sense, so she believes him. I'm just letting you know, Moriah's planning on having him here at the concert.
Hold my
And I
ears.
told Moriah, don't bring that to this with all of us.
Like, it's... I will never get over it. I know it's her life, but I'm not okay with that.
Where
Let's go make an intervention. Let's go find her.
Let's go find her.
I'll go find her.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. Where did this getting back together with him come from?
She just, her words were, I was wrong about him.
To have like as little planning, as little prep, as little everything, and still all come together and try to make a concert, and then to have this wrench thrown in?
This is a crazy wrench. This is like...
This is a whole toolbox.
This is insanity.
In my mind, I'm like, there's no way a concert can actually happen tomorrow. Because no one knows what's going on.
She wrote a song, The Devil in a Suit and Tie, and he's back, and she let him in.
She won't answer.
Amber had Moriah's location, but Moriah's location was like jumping all over the place. It showed like she was in the hotel, then it showed that she was over here on the street. I never met her ex. I don't even know what he looks like. I just walked up to this car. The windows were so tinted, you couldn't see anyone in there, but I saw that there was a like seatbelt across someone. So I went and tapped on the passenger window. The window kept going down, and there was Moriah.
Moriah, come on. Dad and Mike want to talk to you.
Told Moriah that it was time to go.
Guys, I think we should all go. I can't believe that she wrote songs about him. And he looks like Mr. Potato Head.
This whole thing is like annoying. Everybody calls me the drama queen, but like, dude, I'm just like, well, I understand. Like, see, this is where I'm like, I understand where y'all are coming from, but at the same time, you see me, I'm fine. I'm an adult. I'm gonna make my decisions. I'm gonna try my best to explain to you. But at this point, I don't think you're even gonna listen, so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here tonight. My sisters have some songs they would like to sing, and I've got a couple songs that I'd like to sing, so join me in welcoming my sister Moriah to this little stage here to sing for you tonight.
Hi. I am so excited.
At this point, I'm running on adrenaline, especially with my family being mad, trying to tell me what I should or shouldn't do. But no matter what I'm going through with my family, no matter what headspace I'm in with this guy, this concert is top priority for me. This is the one thing I gotta do.
I fell for his lies and all of their homes. He met me in the middle of my dark night, but he never stayed to see the sunrise. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Look out for the devil in a suit and tie, disguising himself as an angel.
Looking out into the audience and seeing some of my best friends and family and strangers too that have come to support me. made it all so worth it. All the hard work, everything. It's like,
Hey sister, I have a few questions. I know that you've been down this road. Hey sister, I might have an answer. I wish I knew a long, long time ago.
I wish I could have snuck my man in, but maybe next time.
Maybe that's why we make it so damn complicated.
I value my family's opinion a lot, and I know they only want the best for me.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day.
My next chapter, well, I guess the rebel is back.